Is someone there? Who is it?
Soaked. Listen, I saw the police going out past my house, and I was wondering, well, is something wrong here? What did they want?
No, they just brought me a message from Mrs. Jordan.
What happened to your lights?
I don't know. The storm, I suppose.
Oh, that ain't likely. We're on the same line, and my lights is okay. Maybe it's a fuse. I better take a look.
I'll light the candles.
There's a flashlight here somewhere. Here it is. And here's the fuses.
I thought it might be a fuse, but I don't know where the fuse box is.
What's in the basement? You better come with me.
Why?
Well, my eyes ain't so good. Sometimes it's hard to know which ones is blown. Wainwright, you got to understand about Mr. Chappell. He's pretty much in debt and a divorce right now. It could finish him.
Mrs. Hawks, I really don't care to discuss Mr. Chappell's problem with you.
He'd lose this house, everything.
I understand how you feel about Mr. Chappell, but this is between Mr. Chappell and Mrs. Chappell.
You think he married her for money, don't you?
Mrs. Hawks, please. What's this? The handle is... It's on off. You. All the time.
What?
I knew there was someone in this house. You never went home, did you?
What are you talking about?
You turned off the lights to frighten me. Why? Do you really hate my sister that much?
You're talking crazy.
Down here in the basement, making noises to frighten me. You're trying to drive me out of this house.
Now, what would I go skulking around here for?
I don't know. But I heard you. I heard you.
Did you tell that to the police?
Yes, I did.
You're lying. They didn't do any searching. I was outside watching. You told them, they didn't believe you.
It was you all the time. Get out of this house. Get out! Get out!
Susan! Susan!
Oh, Ben.
Catherine. Well, hello. I certainly didn't expect to see you here, but I guess I shouldn't be too surprised, should I? Under the circumstances. Obviously, Susan told you.
Susan isn't here.
She's not. Well, where is she?
I don't know. Ben, I'm worried. I've been here for hours. I've even been outside looking for her.
Well, maybe she drove up to see you.
Her car's in the garage.
Well, that's odd. Well, probably a friend came to pick her up. She may have felt the need to talk. I suppose you know about us.
Yes, she told me on the phone. That's why I decided to come down. But when I got here, she wasn't here. She told me you were going to Los Angeles on business.
Well, I was on my way. After our blow-up last night, I thought it would be a good idea if we both had some time to cool off. But on my way to the airport, I started to have second thoughts. I was halfway up the steps of the plane when I just turned around and came back down again. I sat in the airport and I thought over all the things that we had said to each other, and the more I thought about it, the worse. Well, anyway, that plane took off without me, and then the next one, and finally I decided that I would come on back and try my damnedest to find some way to patch things up. Certainly more important than any business trip. I'll find her.
The phone's out of order.
It's dead, all right. Well, I'm gonna go up and change out of these wet things. Maybe the phone will be fixed by then.
Ben, did you know that Susan fired Mrs. Hawkes?
Yes. It was pretty rough on the old girl. I mean, after being here all these years, but I don't blame Susan. Mrs. Hawkes looked on her as a usurper ever since we got married.
Well, she was here today, cleaning and cooking as usual.
She was?
Not only that, she's been trying to frighten me into leaving.
Now, Catherine, I find that hard to believe.
But it's true. She's had me climbing the walls. I think she resents me even more than she does Susan.
You really think so? Well, the fact is, I'm not too sure that Mrs. Hawkes is quite all there.
Ben, you don't suppose Mrs. Hawkes could have done something to Susan, do you?
What? Well, I suppose it is possible. No. I mean, what am I saying? The idea is ridiculous. Catherine, nobody has done anything to Susan. You're so jumpy. It's beginning to affect me.
Ben. How did you get here?
What? What do you mean?
The highway. It's closed.
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, I had to take the back road, the one that cuts in just north of Wilton Corners. It's mostly a dirt road. Well, mud now. And it's washed out a couple of miles from me. I had to walk from there. Well, that's why I'm such a mess. Catherine, relax. We're worrying about nothing. Susan's spending the night with a friend. I'm sure of it. You'll see.
What about the people you were supposed to meet in Los Angeles? Your business appointment. Won't they be wondering where you are?
I called my office from the airport and told my secretary to phone down and cancel.
Your secretary at Sloan and Simpson?
Well, of course. What else? What's with you, Kate?
Nothing. I just wondered.
You really are shook up. Well, I feel a lot better. Have you tried the phone again?
No.
Still nothing.
Ben, does Susan know about your job?
Know what?
I called Sloan and Simpson earlier today to find out where I could reach you in Los Angeles.
I see. And what you found out is that I'd been sacked. No, Susan doesn't know. Oh, I see. That's what all those questions were all about.
Were you really going to Los Angeles?
Yes. To see my contacts, ex-customers and all that. I've been beating the bushes these last month trying to locate a new situation. Hopefully before I had to tell Susan I'd blown the old one.